Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Porch Time Live from JTH Construction Studio. Where tonight, we're talking craft fair with Artie Fest. It's already Christmas craft fair, correct? Or holiday craft fair.
It's a holiday craft fair, yes. It's our main fundraiser for the Artie Fest this summer. Yeah.
All right. Before we get to the ladies, let me pay some bills here. Once again, we're live at JTH Construction Studio. Get a hold of Joe for all your construction needs. 765-913-8599. American Basement Solution, Larry Ralph Sr., 1-877-409-2837. What's up, Keaton? How you doing, Allie? Fathom Real Estate, Teresa Messer. Get a hold of Teresa for all your real estate needs. 765-341-8911. Wellspring, that's Bob Goodrum's group. They're going to have the dedication to the sleeping room to my brother Tim, I think on the 17th. 765-341-6661. Wayman's Furniture Appliance and Mattress. 765-342-4339. Give Mark a call. Stitz Comfort Systems. 765-346-0195. Which you almost needed your air conditioner on today. Logan's Cosmos. 765-318-3388. The Yard Barber, Mr. Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Live Wire, Tommy Walls, Electrical Consulting, 765-792-4012. And let's not forget Hometown Nutrition. Protein Shakes, Boosted Teas, 765-315-0738. That's all I got. I'm struggling tonight. Lori and Allison from Artie Fest are in the studio with us. How you doing, Keaton? All the way on the East Coast.
Yay!
He's in the Navy. That's my nephew.
Nice. Right on.
He is my brother Tim's youngest. So
okay.
He got to come home for everything.
Yes. So,
we're talking Artie Fest Holiday Craft Fair.
Yes. Yes.
And that is this weekend.
It is. We're actually having it at a different location this year at Bell Intermediate. That gave us some room to grow. So
East Middle.
That's so yes. So for those of us who remember, that dates us, right?
Right.
East Middle School, and of course I remember it when it was just the middle school. Okay, so I'm ancient, but yes, but it's a great fundraiser for us. We've given back to the community over $12,000 in scholarship money. We also now are going into Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, so we're going to take our fight for encouraging education and literacy.
Wait a minute, what is Dolly Parton's Imagination Library?
Well, maybe I'm actually going to let my colleague talk about the Imagination Library because she knows a lot more than I do.
Yeah, so in September, Artie Fest launched the Martinsville Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So it's a nonprofit organization that provides books to children age 0 to 5 for free every month until they age out of the system. So it's a great way to encourage reading before they even get into school.
Do they still have to get their AR points and stuff like that?
I don't know, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Book it program.
Got their first book today.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we, part of the program is that the Dolly Parton portion of the program mails out the books and manages all of the shipping and mailing and all of that and the systems.
Yeah.
We are responsible for two things. The first one is getting kids signed up, which we have, in the last 2 months, we have almost 200 kids signed up.
Wow.
So we are like 10% ahead of what our milestone was for getting kids in the Martinsville area registered. So right now the program is just the 46151 zip code. But we hope, for potential expansion in the future.
Sure.
But the second thing that we're responsible for is funding the program. So it costs about $26 per kid per year to fund this program. The state provides a grant that covers half of that, which is fabulous. They just launched that in August. The state did. So we're responsible for $13 of that $26 per kid per year.
Okay.
So the craft fair helps us with that too.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt and go off rail, but
No.
You're good.
I'd never heard of that.
Yeah,
You're
that's
good.
brand new, something that we really wanted to get involved with because, we've been giving scholarships and we expanded our scholarship offering to not only just, higher education with universities and so on, but also a trade scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to continue that. But this gives us an opportunity now to kind of stretch our education mandate much much broader.
Right.
And so we're excited about that.
Very cool, lady.
Yeah. So, and this pays for a lot of our expenses that we have going into the next Artie Fest. That way we don't have to ask so much for sponsorship. And, in these days with tight budgets, things have people have retracted, companies have retracted. But we're in good financial situation. This gives us a chance also to grow the craft fair, the holiday craft fair. So being at Bell, that we're roughly twice as big as we were before.
Good deal.
So it's really great. So it's going to be this Saturday at Bell Intermediate. Starts at 9 a.m. To 3 p.m. There's no cost to get in there. Just bring your pocketbook and get your Christmas shopping done early. We're going to have a snack bar. So, you can shop till you drop, or you shop till you snack, whatever you'd like.
So there's going to be food and liquid to drink.
There will be, exactly. No alcohol, though, but we're going to have, and it's going to be simple food.
I'll bring my own, sorry.
We're also going to have a silent auction, and I will let her talk more about the silent auction, too.
Yeah, so the silent auction is another way for us to help fund both of these programs from a scholarship and a library perspective. So we have some amazing community sponsors who have donated some stuff. We have Artie Productions has donated a VIP package.
I was just on the phone with Artie Productions.
Oh my goodness. Above and beyond.
Yes, it's awesome.
It's an amazing package that we're super excited about.
Rob and company do wonders for this community.
Yeah.
And they're outstanding people.
We have a ton of local restaurants who have donated dine nights or gift certificates.
Sure.
We have some Indianapolis Motor Indy 500 qualification tickets.
Very cool.
We have Indy Fuel hockey tickets and Indianapolis Indians baseball tickets and museum passes, all kinds of really, really great stuff.
So even if you don't buy anything at the craft fair, you can certainly come in and sign up for the auction.
Now, will the silent auction be going on all day? When does that end, or how do you get a hold of them if they're the
We
top?
usually end it about an hour before.
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Before the whole thing is done, so about 2 o'clock, I'd say. Otherwise, it's going to be available for when we open, so 9 o'clock. And you don't have to be present to win,
Sure.
but it's nice if you are.
It does make it easy because, I've got stuff over there from our auction a month and a half ago that people still have not picked up. They paid. I'm not going to beg them to come pick it up.
Right.
So
yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be great. We're really known for that summer craft fair. An opportunity for us to.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys normally do it in the summertime, I thought, but you changed it.
We're going to continue to do the one in the summer.
So you did do the one in the summer.
We did do it this year.
And now you're going to do this one in the winter, in the fall. Ah, okay. So that's what was throwing me off. I was like, this isn't fitting right here for some reason. Because normally there is a holiday bazaar or a craft fair around this time of year.
Yes, and we had a much smaller one at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
And that's where it's been forever.
Yeah.
Had it, but this time we've decided, we're gonna go for the gusto.
Go big or go home.
And the intermediate school was available.
That's fantastic.
We'd been hoping I think we were aiming for 50 vendors. That's a little over, or just under twice what we've done in the past. And we're well over 70 spaces filled. So
really,
we are just so excited. Excited.
That's fantastic. That's the whole gymnasium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the cafeteria and a couple in the hallway too.
Oh,
we filled every space they would let
them.
us fill. Yeah,
really,
for sure.
70 vendors. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And everything has to be handcrafted. So we're pretty strict about that. And if you come in and your stuff is not handcrafted, then you're not coming back. We're not going to keep stuff is.
But see, and we discussed a couple things off air. That's only fair. You set a guideline,
right?
Stick to it, because if not, you know what you end up with, and you don't. It's not that there's not a place and time for that, but this is a special event. This is a holiday craft fair.
Right.
This is what we want.
And we have a wait list of people who we ran out of spaces, which is such a great problem to have, right? And so, it really helps us continue to build the momentum.
Well, you got an outside venue there. Just push them out the back.
I know.
It's going to be 70, probably.
Yeah,
So,
if only we could have predicted that, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
going to be really good. And you'll be able to sign up and register children for the Imagination Library while you're there as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
See,
And
we
you
could have
can
done a
find
whole
out
other
more
show
about it.
on the Imagination Library.
Oh, we still can.
Mhm. Yes,
We're here.
Yes.
We might as well do it.
We'll have to
You
schedule.
don't woke me up, so no, I'm not joking.
Yeah, actually, Dolly has given away over 1 million
Mhm.
books.
Last year they hit 1 million books.
Really? I'd never
she
even
goes
heard
to
of
the
this.
Library of Congress and she reads to children at the
Mhm.
Library of Congress.
Still to this day.
Mhm.
Mhm. In that beautiful
She's an amazing
rotunda.
lady, isn't she?
She
not?
truly is.
Yeah.
She's an American treasure.
Yeah.
And so we appreciate everything that she does, and I think it's a great idea that we got involved in this because it allows us to, follow that education mandate from the beginning to the end, practically.
Right.
Now we just have to find something to fill in the middle.
Well,
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity too for other organizations across the city and the county to get involved too. I mean,
Yeah.
there is a ton of funding that has to go into this, and so we're always looking for partners and opportunities to work with other businesses and things in the community to help sponsor.
so when is Artie Fest in 2024?
It's gonna be the end of July. I gotta check my
Putting you on-
calendar.
Like, I don't
Hang tight
remember
there.
the
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We done moved the fair back to where you're basically, and it's messing with my kid's my kid mind. You know what I mean? Because we used to be able to go, start of summer, 4th of July, fair, with a little space, fall foliage.
Right.
Now it's 4th of July fair, same week. We basically had the 4th of July on Monday, and the fair started on Friday,
Yeah.
Thursday night.
hmm
And then a week later, that's gone.
So we've moved
So
Artie Fest to the end of July.
That was a
basically.
good move. That is
So
a
I
good
think
move.
it's going to be probably the 27th of July next Saturday.
Sounds right.
Because we're only
Close to there.
we're down to one day,
Yeah.
so everything's concentrated.
That's good, though. That's a good time
Mhm,
because
mhm.
it's hot, but that's all right because there's that whole gap. Normally, school starting and the fair was going on
Back to back.
for 50 some years of my life. That's what it was.
But I think school starts right about that next
Yes,
week.
that should be that week.
Yeah, the
So-
29th.
So
I think
good.
Monday.
Good for you.
Mhm.
That's a good time slot for you. Or good.
And it's nice to be
slot.
back downtown, and
Hmm.
we learned some lessons from being back this past summer because it's all new configuration.
Mhm.
Right.
Everything is just so different. So we learned a great deal, and we'll each year we'll improve even more that location.
That venue's spectacular, though.
It is
Mhm.
great,
Yeah.
lovely place to be on a summer night. I think.
Yeah. Stage is awesome, and I think, don't get me wrong, I love the fairgrounds, but for what you guys are doing, I think it's a perfect spot for you down there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
we
where it
love
was
there.
originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I
Uh-huh.
remember correctly.
Mhm. Yeah, we had almost the whole, but this way we actually block less street.
Right.
And so we learned, like I said, we learned a few lessons in that reconfiguration of
Mhm.
things that it will make it only better. We may take the 5K out of town because, we've tried our best to be as neighborly as we can, but still there's plenty of other races, and I'm sure that people on Washington Street get tired of so many races going up and down Washington Street, and then a parade every year, and it's like, what the heck?
There's about 4 or 5Ks through town.
Don't
throughout
buy
the
a
year.
house on Washington Street.
Right.
You'll never get out of your
No,
driveway.
that's a selling point,
Huge
though.
I
selling
know,
point.
It is. It
Mhm.
is.
The parade and everything else.
I used
so
to
Yeah.
love going trick or treating there.
That's
It's always the best time.
where the candy's at.
That's really where the candy is.
Come on.
Yeah.
We used to
So,
march to
we'll
Washington
see
Street. Yeah.
how it goes, but it was certainly nice being back downtown.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
That's good. I remember the last time you were out at the fairgrounds, and it was a hot, miserable, struggling day.
Yes.
We just park in the back. There you go. So, yeah. Tommy lives right there on Washington.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Good. That's great.
Live wire, and
Yeah.
we covered the parade from his house
Mhm.
this year, so
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
it was good time. Good time.
Great.
Tommy treats us well. So
Yeah.
so this weekend at starting at 9:00 over at Bell, you have your holiday craft fair.
Yep.
And there's going to be lots of vendors, and you're having a silent auction.
We're having a silent auction, snack bars, so you won't go hungry.
That's important.
Yeah, and you'll learn about the imagination, and hopefully you have someone that's between 0 and 5 years old that you can sign up.
So yeah, if you want to sign them up, you can just come there and sign up.
Mhm.
There'll be a desk or a booth or something.
Yep. You can also visit our our Facebook page. We have some links and things there.
Yeah.
You can Google the Imagination Library. It is limited to the 46151 zip code now. So we
Okay.
have received some messages of, hey, I'm in Mooresville, or hey, I'm outside of that, and
Right.
we have to be able to maintain the funding to keep up with the expansion. And
Sure.
so there's an element of that where, we
Well, you're
hope
just
to grow
starting
it.
So
yeah.
I mean, first step is
Gotta
46151.
start somewhere.
Right, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have an address within that zip code, you can go to the Imagination Library website and search it by zip code and just register online there as well.
How long has this been up and running?
A month and a half.
Yeah.
And you
Maybe
have
2 months.
200 kids already.
We had 75 kids in like the first 24 to 48 hours. Like
Really?
this
Yeah.
it's such
Now,
a
the schools
huge
promoting
program.
it?
We're working with the schools to start
Okay.
to get some of that, but
So how did you promote?
so
Just through Facebook?
Facebook, yeah,
That's it.
I tell people it's number one.
it's huge.
What I'm doing.
Yeah.
Number one ad on the market. They find it hard to believe. This can go all the way across the globe right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've had people view from almost every country in the world on it. Well, not every, but several.
Yeah.
Yes.
And people take it for granted, like, oh no, oh yeah, it's
Mhm.
still number one, believe it or not.
Has a huge
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Hey, glad you guys are in here.
We truly appreciate it.
So exciting times though. It's like it's already Christmas stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute,
Not ready for that, huh?
I'm still
No.
eating chocolate from Halloween.
I was sitting on my back porch tonight.
Yeah,
It was just like, wow, it's kind of warm.
yeah.
Wow, there's still bugs.
But you know how quick that can change around here.
Oh, all
Yeah.
too well.
Yeah, we'll wake up one morning again. Like was it last week? I went outside and I was like, "Oh, my car's an igloo." When did this hit?
It was like snowing on Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, literally
That
snowing
was-
on Halloween,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
horrible.
and now we're back at the beach.
Yep.
Thanks,
Exactly.
Tommy. So, are a lot of the you said it's all handcrafts,
Yes.
but is a lot of it Christmas, Thanksgiving, fall stuff, or is it
No, I'd say we have a nice mixture.
Okay.
I mean,
Mhm.
obviously we have a lot of wreaths and things like that. There's people that do a lot of that. That's very popular. But no, I think we have some really, especially with our repeat vendors. We have this incredible man who does a lot of woodworking and
I
the
think
stuff
I've
that he
seen him
makes.
before there.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, the pens and things. They're very expensive, but
Yeah.
they're beautiful, beautiful. And I mean, yeah, there's a fair amount of winter themed or,
Well, see, that's what people are
going
gonna be wanting to
But
Go towards. I would feel.
yeah,
Mhm.
but not everything,
Right.
because you can get Christmas gifts. A lot of you can
Mhm.
get your Christmas shopping done there. Really,
That'd make it easy.
All in one place.
That would make it easy. And eat,
Right.
and eat some hot dogs and whatever else.
yes. See our smiling faces. We'll be there.
How many people are in your group?
Now
Counting you two? Is that it?
8.
I think about
There's
8.
about 8. 8 people that run Artie Fest.
If somebody wanted to be a part of Artie Fest, is there spots available? Or...
Oh yes, we need people. In fact, I mean, especially now since I'm working so much time at Cummins, it's crazy. So, I think we could certainly. I mean, anybody can bring their talents to the table, and we would bring you in and give you whatever you think would be best.
Right.
Certainly open to that.
And there's like options to be on the committee and start helping plan some of these things, but there's
Right.
also opportunities to just be day of volunteers.
Just
I have I told this is where my mind's been. I just remembered I have someone with the Queen people, the pageant people. They're looking to help out over the holiday
Oh.
season.
okay.
So I think I may give them your number
Yeah. Mhm.
and say, hey, get a hold of Artie Fest. They're having their craft fair this weekend. That could be a good spot for you guys to go help out.
Mhm.
Community service hours is what I'm thinking. Is what
Yeah.
I'm needing.
Mhm.
So That's an all
Yeah,
dayer.
we could always have people who are like help putting
Usher,
up
direct,
tables,
yeah.
taking-
Load and unload is always
yeah, all
a
that kind of
huge
stuff.
ordeal.
Keeping things clean, keeping the floor swept during the day, and taking the trash.
Yeah,
emptying
that kind of
trash
stuff.
cans.
Mhm.
It's an all day event. So
Are we going to have a coat donation this year? Sometimes we do, but I don't know. If
I don't
gonna...
think so.
Well, keep an eye on our Facebook page. We might be collecting coats, but I'm not sure.
there's a possibility. Now you have people showing up with coats.
We try
you
and
know.
help out the Girl Scouts because I think that's what they do for the holidays.
I did not know that. This is good information. See, I don't know everything. People think I do. I don't. Especially when I'm half asleep still. It's going to be a fun day, a good weekend. Hopefully you have good weather.
Yes, I hope so.
If not, it's inside anyway.
Yes.
Perfect
that's
day to go
right.
shop and shop until you drop. So,
Yep.
anything else you ladies would like to add or discuss?
Just be sure, make sure that you bring cash just in case most everybody takes some type of card
They
now.
have the
because
cube
of
or
Square,
whatever,
yeah,
square or whatever it's called.
But just
yeah.
in case, and for the and if you want to get something from the concession stand, then you have to pay me in cash because I don't have that little thingy.
Are you running the concession stand?
I do. I run it. I'm as sweet as the cookies I sell.
Well, what's on the menu at the concession stand?
I think we're gonna have hot dogs. We might have barbecue again, some kind of sandwiches, and then we have coffee. We have canned soda. What else?
So there's a
Chips.
good variety. Though.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of your standard cookies, homemade cookies. Taylor makes her homemade cookies, and they're awesome, mouth-watering. We sell them and then we, don't tell anybody, but we sell everything half price at the very last of the day.
So if I show up around 2:00, I'm in the money. I know when I'm getting off work and coming to the craft fair. I will announce that during the day. Hey, if you want a snack, head over to Artie Fest right now at Craft Fair at Bella Intermediate.
Hey, we take it. Something's better than nothing. That's what we say.
That's I used to
Spend the same.
We when we did June League baseball game, or when we would announce baseball game over Artesian Little League, we'd always say that online as the day's getting late. Hey, if you want a hot dog, stop by right now. They're going to be half price here in a minute. People would be like, "Quit saying that." But we know the drill.
Well,
Right before closing time, you're going to want to get rid of them. You're not
yes, we don't want to take it back home.
That's good stuff. That get 50-cent hot dogs right there. So,
Yep.
anything else, ladies?
That I can think of.
The Dolly Parton. Say that again for me.
Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
And where did that start? Was it from Dolly down in Tennessee?
It's run right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's national now.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Actually, that was one of the interest points with Artie Fest getting involved, is because Morgan County was one of the few all the counties around us have the program sponsored locally, and so we kind of were a little bit in the red there, so that's where Artie Fest decided to step in and help fund the program. Yeah,
and it still carries on our mission.
Yeah.
Why we make the money that we make, because our profits. We like I said, we've given out thousands of dollars in scholarships, and so now we'll give thousands of dollars in scholarships, and we'll give thousands of dollars in books to kids.
Books, and you already got 200 out there.
Yeah, crazy. So I think we're at like 11% of the eligible kids within our projected zip code have already registered within the 60 days.
Yep. So there's definitely a need out there.
And it does, they're certainly wanted, and everybody's, super excited. You've already had some comments of people who've received their books, and
Allie
super exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and they ship it.
Yep,
You guys don't
zero.
even have to jack with that.
Yep.
Nope, 0 to 5 years old. They get
Yeah.
them every month, and it's mailed to the kid's name, so it's not even to the parents. It's to the actual children who receive
They
the
get a
books,
kick
and
out of that, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're all age appropriate as they continue to grow through their
Very
early
cool.
education.
And Dolly,
Awesome.
does her reading times where she's been to the Library of Congress more than once to
read
kids
books.
in the DC area.
That's
And
fantastic.
so
I did not know that.
I would love to see her
Yeah,
do that. It'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
it's all in honor of her dad too. Her dad didn't have the highest of education, and so she started the program to kind of honor him. And
Very cool.
yeah, it's really cool.
How old is she? She's got to be pushing mid 70s.
Yeah, she's got to be.
About 80. I hate saying that, but
Yeah, I think she's pushing 80.
Yeah. Icon.
I know.
She's between her and Betty White. You're like,
Yep.
but just some iconic people,
Yeah.
and lucky to be a part of that for us. So very cool.
Yep.
All right. So once again, this Saturday at Bell Intermediate, 9 a.m. to 3:77. Thank you, Allie.
Allie's on it.
Allie's on it. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm friends with Allie, but she also was a part of the people pushing for me to get hit by the pie in studio, and I won't forget that, Allie. And I did. I got smoked right here on my table.
Oh my gosh.
It was for a good cause. It was for Peyton.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But Allie was one of the ones pushing it, and I won't forget that. So she knows I'm giving her crap. But Bell Intermediate, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. There is a silent auction. They just have some fabulous prizes going through there. You don't have to pay to get in. You can also just go in and get involved in the silent auction. So stop in there, support Artie Fest. This is a great deal for our community, and you also support the Dolly Parton Library. So I think I covered it.
Yep.
Is that good?
I think we're
Yep.
good.
I'm learning. All right. I'm
Thank
done
you.
on this end if you guys are done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
You're very welcome, ladies.
We
Thanks for coming in
appreciate your
tonight.
help.
I'm glad I could help. I always like to help you guys when we can. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Is it only Monday? Oh, boy.
It is. I know.
And it's like midnight, isn't it? Oh, it's only Artie Fest needs.
I feel
There we
like
go. No! Stop. We're done with that.
We'll chat with Allie.
No. Here's the thing. It started at the fair. And I know we're trying to close the show. It started at the fair. Chloe Tao was in here. And Chloe Tao is about 5'3", 5'4", and weighs about $105 with lead in her pants. Okay, just a tiny girl. And we got to talking about it was the pageant girls, and we were talking about food and pies, and strawberry pie came up.
Oh.
And she makes a comment, "I can eat an entire strawberry pie," and I'm like, I know this can eat an entire strawberry pie. And I'm like, there's no way. And she's like, yeah, I can. And I said, I'll tell you what, at the fair, if you can eat an entire, because they're doing the pie eating contest.
Oh, yeah.
I said, if you can eat an entire strawberry pie, I'll let you hit me in the face with one for money raised. So she's like, bet, let's go. I was like, oh. So then someone from Gray's is on, and they message me, and they're like, we'll donate the pie.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this is how this show works. You've seen it.
Yeah.
So the lady contacts me and she's like, do you want me to make a real strawberry pie or one that there's no way she's going to get through? And I'm like, you better load that pie up.
Yeah.
She makes a strawberry pie that 3 people couldn't eat.
Oh my gosh.
It was massive. It looked delicious. And then she gets a lemon pie from me. I was like, don't waste anything on me. But she did. She made a whole lemon pie. So this pie's sitting in front of me, and Chloe's sitting there, and she starts eating it. And this little gal's gagging it down, and I told her, stop. Don't hurt yourself. Just at some point in time, just pick that pie up and smoke your face and get it over with. And she's like, no, I'm going to do it. And she ate about 2 heaping full of this pie. And I'm like, I'm getting sick. I'm like, this little gal, there's no way.
Oh my gosh.
So I said, I'm going to look that way when I turn back and get me. And I did. I turned back and she smokes me right in the face. I mean, I have it everywhere. And so
did you get that one?
That's on film.
That's
on film.
We have to see that.
Yeah, it's on film. And so then Allie watched that one too. And so now it's, she told me later on that she took that strawberry pie home and ate it the rest of the night and finished it. But yeah, it's pretty much like a day and a half finished that. It was,
oh my gosh.
It was massive.
Look at that. I just smell it.
It was like 3 strawberries deep all the way around.
Oh my god.
So then between Carl Gilbert and Zach from Indiana Weather Watchers and a few other people, we were doing the auction for Peyton, and they said $100 if Kevin gets another pie in the face. So that was like the last thing we did that night, and I had to wear a Purdue shirt, which I did because Carl donated money for that. Him and Zach got a kick out of that, and then they smoked me up in the face with it. But I mean, it was we raised $30,000 that night.
Wow. I think this might need to happen at Artie Fest this summer. I think we might.
I'm like, I wrote that off. I'm like, no more. The pie in the face thing's done.
Oh, Allie will talk you into
No,
it.
so Carl, I'm surprised he's not on here because he'll pop on here and be like, $100 to Artie Fest, and Kevin gets hit in the face with the pie, or wears a
Right
Purdue
on.
shirt.
She's
So
my girl.
yeah, so yeah, I was like, showered the next day at work. I'm like, I'm still with my thick mustache. I'm like, am I tasting pie still?
Oh
So
my god.
yeah. Anyway,
Awesome.
It'd have to be a heck of a donation for me to get pie number 3 in the face. I'm just selling it. So.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Yes.
All right, ladies, thank you so much
All
for coming
right.
in tonight.
I took some notes
Have a
on
good
the
night.
back here, but I'll get rid of them. You can just put
Oh,
them
no,
in
you're
sometime.
fine.
That's
You're
your-
fine. That's probably an old brochure anyway. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I think I'm on again this week sometime.
Yeah,
I don't
thanks,
know.
you guys. We'll see you this weekend, we hope.
Mhm.
Be there at 9 a.m. Saturday morning. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you soon.